Thank you. We're doing everything the right way because today has just been a seriously leveling of, and it's the Glacially Musical Podcast. Beer, metal, and swearing. Of course, I am Nick Cameron, who's sweating because his air conditioner went out on the hottest day of the year. Huzzah! Not only am I sweating, but we have Don the Raging Cajun de Riviere.
Ooh, I kind of like what you did there, Nick.
All righty. And then, of
Definitely made
course,
my nipples hard. I like it.
oh God, wow. We're going to sell you into sex slavery. Moving on to Keefy on the other side of the table, who's always here and exasperated as hell. Here's how we do this. Greeting, did that. Beer check, vinyl check. Sorry, I trust me. I'm doing this for a reason. Beer
How you
check.
doing, Keith?
Shut up. Beer check, vinyl check, news check, shirt of the day, meat. The Glacier Musical Beer of the Week is already sweating. It's the Four Hands Brewing City Pilsner, which is for the soccer game that I'm going to tomorrow. Finger fudge pour. Still pouring. Still pouring. And because it's really, really hot, I'm just going to go ahead and open up the other one.
Oh God, it's gonna be one of those nights.
It's a session beer. Don't worry. I'm fine.
Now's a good time to explain for our craft beer fan listeners the difference between a session IPA and other IPAs.
This is a Pilsner. A session beer, back in the olden days in Englandia, Angleland, where the Saxons and the Normans fought over dirt and rocks, each brew pub used to have three beers. They had their, I forget what it's called, and then they had their special, then they had their extra special. So they had their ale, their bitter, and their extra special bitter. So if you were going to be in for the night, you drank pale ale. If you drank an ale, if you were in for just a couple of drinks, you had a bitter, and if you were only in for one, you had the extra special bitter. Each one, the session beer, was to be drinking all night, so it wouldn't get you hammered. Each beer went up in a higher level of strength. So a session beer is meant to be drunk all day. This is only about it's 5% alcohol. 5% alcohol is the highest level you can have for a session beer. Don, go.
I am still pounding water because the Nuge is still on his farewell tour out of my body.
Uh,
So,
the Nuge hates booze, so you should be drinking booze.
well, like I said, I think he's really going to hate me this weekend in San Francisco. So, he should be on his way out pretty quickly. I feel like this is a Kiss tour. Like it was supposed to be done last week, still going on. But I am feeling better. But cheers with some water here.
What is that sticker on your barrel there?
It's a local band called We Saw a Bear.
Oh, sure.
And the bear has a T-shirt on that says "I saw a band."
That's hilarious.
Clever band, great band here in Myrtle Beach. One of the few bands that actually plays an absolutely incredible original material. So, friends of the podcast, of course.
Fun. And guess what I'm having? A liquid death.
Oh, what flavor?
This is Convicted Melon, now out of production, but I will drink all of them as long as I can get them, and when I can't anymore, fuck me. I'll just drink regular sparkling water or other brands. Cheers, fuckers. Pop and go.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I got a small glass.
Can we just say Convicted Melon? That's a fucking awesome name for.
I told the story about this already on the pod. They were calling their Arnold Palmer Armless Palmer, and apparently, which disappointed me terribly, Arizona, which has been still $1 for like 100 years, owns the name Arnold Palmer for any drink. So they tried to sue Liquid Death, so they changed the name to Dead Millionaire, which is fucking incredible.
That is fucking awesome.
I don't like
love that.
Fitbit.
I don't like the T at all, but like, oh, cool. All right. Is that an Apple Watch?
No, it's a Fitbit.
Because you're bougie?
No, actually, because Larry wife thought hers was broken, but she just didn't charge it.
Oh, I have a Fitbit too. I can't. The Apple Watch is just too much. Like
When you
I already have an
sleep-
iPhone.
When you have sleep apnea like I do, and you can see just how awful your sleep was every night because you didn't wear your face plugger, and then you show it to your family, and they go, "What is wrong with you? Wear your face plugger."
Your face plugger.
Yeah, I don't have like the full machine. I've got a thing that goes into my face. It sticks my jaw forward, gives me a Beavis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the full on Darth Vader CPAP
No, see, if I
machine
had that,
thing.
that would keep lawyer wife up like the snoring does, so that wouldn't work anyway. Anyway, vinyl check. In a week where Don will hate both of these records. Step one, this goes into the Japanese vinyl collection. Anybody want to guess? Don't guess. Oh, this not. I'm sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. This is Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. This is the Music on Vinyl re-release. Actually, only release, first pressing. My friend Joe in Minnesota gave me this. He gave me a pile of records, and I felt bad for how little I gave him.
How does it sound?
It sounds really nice. We got a nice mustardy, blackish business.
Like it.
So now I have 2 Warrant records, if you count the bootleg I have. We have Cherry Pie on counterfeit or bootleg. I prefer the term bootleg because you know what? They're all bootlegs. It doesn't matter. And my other record this week will go into the Japanese pile, featuring a dearly departed singer we all love, Rainbow. This features Man on the Silver Mountain, and from what I understand, other songs too. It's a gatefold, a lot of Richie Blackmore. You can tell it's Japanese because it is in the Japanese sleeve. Only Japanese records come in this one. For some reason, they all like bend up the same way. And then, we got Dio himself and all the other business. So I don't remember how much I paid for this, but when the yen falls to the dollar, make sure you're buying Japanese records out of Japan, but just find the ones that are priced in yen. But I did find I found a nice seller who only charges $13 for one record, $19 for 2. So, and it only takes about a week and a half, 10 days to get here. So, what you got, Don?
Well, so first off, I got to know. So is this friend of yours, is he giving these to you or are you actually buying them from him?
He is gifting them to me.
And why? Because I want to meet your friend because I have a feeling he'd probably like me better.
I don't know. So he's on a forum I'm on, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Minnesota. You want to meet up for a beer? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring you a little gift. And he handed me like 5 records, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? What did I do to deserve this? And I felt bad because I only gave him 3. And actually, I need to send him a package because he sent me another one that I'm gonna be checking later on in the week.
And we still need to figure out a trade too. But I will say that Dog Eat Dog album is very underrated. It's a great record.
It was Duncan and I did that on the Department of Metal Antiquities podcast, and he told me, hey, this record's coming out and you should buy it. And I'm like, it's more money than I want to spend on it. He ended up having 2, so he gave me 1.
It's a beautiful record. It sounds great. All right, so what do I got this week? So first off, we got my weekly obsession, of course, which is what we're talking about. My OG pressing from when I was 12. So beautiful, beautiful record. I took very good care of it, and it still has the inner sleeve, just beautiful and very clean. I put it through the spin clean. Love it. Great album. And then I picked this up at a fucking yard sale last week for $5, man. It's the Judas Priest Hero compilation. Gatefold. It's like all the early Priest, from like Rockarola on to was it Sad Wings? I think something like that. But anyway, great compilation.
Isn't it better by you, better than me?
It does not. It's got Victim of Changes, Tyrant, Deep Freeze, Genocide, Cheater, Diamonds and Rust, Run of the Mill, Dreamer, Deceiver, which, by the way, a real quick funny story about Diamonds and Rust was that I saw Joan Baez in concert probably about 7 years ago because I'm a huge fan of hers. And she was introducing Diamonds and Rust, and she said, this next song is a Judas Priest cover. And I cheered really loud, and she said, finally, somebody got it.
I bet between the 3 of us, we have seen such a wide array of concerts that we have just seen everyone alive.
I bet we've
and
probably seen every genre of music if you think about it.
I have also seen Joan Baez. She did not make that joke when I saw her. I wish I had.
I mean, I think we've
Okay.
seen most of the people that have died in the last 20 years between the three of us as well. So
Oh yeah,
we've
absolutely.
got a lot of. Speaking of concerts, I don't know if anybody saw, but I got published on the Ghost Cults this week. So
Beautiful review, by the way,
Thanks.
by Boom Boom. That was a great review, man.
I was worried that it wasn't going to come out well because I was going to write it on Tuesday of last week, and we know what Tuesday of last week was. That was the Intergalactic Metalhead Day of Mourning. So, sorry,
It
what you got, Keefy?
was.
So I have such an incredible vinyl check today that it is going to knock both of your dicks in backwards.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you just explain the physics of that statement?
As soon as you see and hear about this record, it's going to just happen automatically.
It's like he would have to blow from behind to get it to come back out.
That's
So is this like the cat in Red Dwarf taking a dump on the backwards planet, not realizing it's going to be like that kind of thing?
Yes, it is the South Park poop out of your mouth episode. Anyway,
Oh,
yes, it is. It's just like that. So that's the sound effect I'm hoping for. So I'm
the brown sound.
I'm running some errands in Santa Rosa, California, a few weeks back with my lovely girlfriend Melissa, who's amazing. And we go into Goodwill and we look around and find a few things that were cool. And I look at the records and there's not much there, as usual. But one thing stood out to both of us. She saw it first. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then the more I looked at it, we both were like, oh, I need this for the show. I have to have this. So it was like $3. So first of all, just as a pre-spoiler, this is
I mean, if you didn't have $3, there's got to be like a sperm bank down the street somewhere.
Yeah,
in San
yeah.
Francisco. You could just go and spooge into the cup. Like, give me my, $5. How many? $1? Okay, I'll do it 3 times.
I'm here to make a deposit.
So on the ick scale of 1 to 10, this album is, hold your thoughts, Jackie Gleason presents Music to Change Her Mind.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yes. Apparently this is a series of Jackie Gleason hosted jazz albums he put out. Music to Change Her Mind, the special Jackie Gleason magic in familiar songs about people in love.
Oh, that is incredible.
Here's
This is like that episode of Futurama where they go to the moon. And he says, and Leela looks and goes, wow, I didn't know early astronauts were so fat. No, and that's just a TV comedian using space travel as a metaphor for beating his wife.
So, this is incredible. This is just, Jackie's on the back cover here with a little quote about him. Here's the song titles. This is Prehistoric Calling Dr. Love. You're My Greatest Love.
Okay.
Take Me in Your Arms. It's the Talk of the Town. My Sin. All by Myself. She's Funny That Way. These are songs from the American Songbook. Guilty. You've Changed. I'm Glad There Is You. It Was So Beautiful. You Call It Madness. Coquette.
Ooh.
Did I Remember? Dancing in the Dark. And You and the Night and the Music.
I'm surprised there's not a song on there called Watch Out, Lolita, or you're going to get the back of my hand.
Seriously, who knew Jackie Gleason was such a player, man?
When I saw you coming out of prehistoric school that day, listen to these other titles in this series.
I think it's more like when I saw you coming out of Bible camp that day.
Jackie Gleason songs to music to change her mind. Also in the series, Jackie Gleason plays romantic jazz, music, martinis, and memories. Tawny.
Okay. What?
Oh.
Tawny, not Catane.
Like Catane. Yeah.
Lover's Rhapsody.
Oh my.
Music to Make You Misty.
Okay, that's fine.
Music for Lovers Only.
Scary.
Music to Remember Her. I see a theme. Mm-hmm. And also Lonesome Echo. Capitol Records. A high fidelity records production. And then we got the black. This was actually like not, pretty in great shape for a
thrifty. Oh, that's in great.
Oh, wow.
Really playable shape.
Did you see the sheen on that? That was incredible.
Capitol
that looks
Records.
positively Japanese. That's like a Japanese shine.
And then I want to mention Capitol Records, right? Who includes the inner paper sleeve, and here's what's printed on it. Here's the printing on both sides. And
Does it
this,
have a
you know,
does it have a coffee does it have like a coffee ad where the
Yeah.
husband's spanking his wife? Because it should.
This protective envelope is another example of the care used by Capitol to bring you records in ideal condition for the finest sound reproduction. It keeps your record dust-free, it does not, and helps guard the grooves against scratches and abrasion. To
No, it doesn't.
insert protective envelope into the jacket easily, spread
Ooh.
jacket by pressing edge lightly against body.
I thought you were gonna say spread the
So like
anus.
this, basically, right?
That is a very provocative way of saying put it in the paper and put it back in the cover.
So
We
I have
should-
to ask
we
one
should do
question.
one-
We
One
should
last
do a
thing.
whole series.
One last thing. There's a long explanation here about high fidelity and what this means for their production of records, but the bottom quote is in italics. For longer life, use a good needle. One is at the correct size and not worn. Diamond needles are most durable and cost less in the long run. What the fuck is that about?
There's also like
needles?
ruby, sapphire, and mine are diamond. Yours are probably diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
We
check.
should do a whole series on cheesecake records.
Okay, real quick.
Well, I have one now.
What did Jackie Gleason do on this record?
He's like singing and hosting.
So he does sing.
band. Yeah, he sort of sings. It's like if you could take Dean Martin minus 90% vocals, that's what Jackie.
Dean Martin doesn't have a whole lot of vocals to start with.
Because he's the guy got 120% alcohol.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? You drink 4 quadruple scotch and soda with a whiskey back and see how you feel afterwards when you got to go into the booth.
How's everybody doing? I'm Dean Martin. My blood type is brandy. Not the chick brandy. She was great. But my blood type is actual brandy.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
My blood type is au jus.
It is.
Oh,
Shall
my
we
blood type
proceed?
is mayonnaise.
All right,
Well.
news check for the day. My news check is I am reasonably certain I'm going to be seeing Geezer Butler tomorrow. I believe this. I choose to believe this.
Tomorrow is the Ozzy funeral. I don't think you're seeing Geezer at all. But go ahead.
is?
Yeah, tomorrow's the Ozzy funeral.
In Birmingham. So like
Oh.
no, he will not be there.
They don't still have Concords, do they?
They do.
Can you still get on one?
He could.
I don't know if he cares about this game that much.
I really doubt it.
Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Now the Ozzy funeral is double times worse for me. Anyway, I'm seeing Aston Villa play St. Louis City SC. Thought I was going to hang out with Geezer after this match, but apparently not.
It'll still be a fun match, though, right?
I don't know. We'll see. City sucks ass. That's why I'm drinking the City Pilsner today.
Gotcha.
And City sucks ass this year. They're on their 4th coach in 3 years. I'm going to point out maybe they should let the coaches cook a little bit longer than they've been doing. But yeah. And Villa's not exactly a spectacular club, but they are a Premier League club, so it's probably going to be like 5-0. 5-0 Villa.
Is that the one? Is that the one that Steve Harris pulls for? Also,
No, dumbass.
I don't know anything about sports. You fucking meathead. All right.
It
Anyway,
says on the base, West Ham United.
I don't
Steve
read it.
Harris
I just saw
roots-
sports.
He
Sign.
roots for a London club, West Ham United. In case anybody else cares, Roger Waters supports Arsenal.
Well, it
And
has arson in the name already, so it sounds
I
like
was
Roger.
gonna say he also supports soccer as well. But
that's also my Premier League team. So, all right, Don, you're up.
all right, my news. Okay, you ready for this? I got foreigner news. The Harlem High School Advanced Choir actually is in a competition to harmonize with the rock band Foreigner. And so if they win the competition, they will be on stage with Foreigner singing background vocals to I Want to Know What Love Is. And that's my news.
What level of school was that? That's going to be singing that bawdy song with Foreigner.
High school.
Well, at least it's not Afternoon Delight.
Well, you know what? I'm sure the price was right. You know what I mean? It was $1.
And how much could it cost to have Foreigner to come to your school, really?
You know, No, I think they're going to the show. Four will not go to the school. They'll be performing at the show.
We
with
saw last
Foreigner.
night that Extreme is coming to River City Casino.
Oh no.
Considering it, and also Vince Neil is coming as well. I so desperately want to go to Vince Neil.
Oh, that is good. You need to do man on the street coverage if you are at that show, because that will be gold. Oh, and one more piece of news. Original Iron Maiden singer Paul Day passed away. So he was 69 years old.
Hot. The Vince Neil show starts at 75 before fees.
What?
And it's a small room. It's like a 500 seat room. And I just don't think I'm prepared to spend $500 to, yeah. I assume, Keefy, you're dropping the M minute news, or no? M minute rumor? The rumor?
Metallica. Yeah, I guess I am, because neither of you did it. And,
I forgot to do it.
Well, that's your jam, though, bro. I don't want to take your thunder.
I mean, like, we're all a team. So the big rumor first of all, like in the week of crushing news about Ozzy dying and every single tribute and all this stuff and all the things we did, we need some positivity and some good news. Metallica's had quite a week. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but just happened that way. I thought that they had the absolute best tribute to Ozzy because they rolled it back all the way back to the tour, like Ozzy co-signing us, set us on a path in our career we could not have achieved without him wanting us for that tour in an arena. We would have never got to arenas without Ozzy putting us in them, which is insane. And Cliff and this and that, and pictures with young Ozzy with Cliff and them, the young metal attack, Hungry. And so that's good. Of all the tributes, and there were many, Kermit the Frog, many people. It's been rumored, it's not confirmed, but as Nick said in the private chat, if it's a rumor, it's probably true. So Metallica's in talks to play the Sphere next year for a run of dates. I don't know how they will, again, I've said this multiple times, when Metallica controls the environment, they do great. I thought that they played very well and performed well despite sound difficulties at the Back to the Beginning. When it's not them in control of everything, they struggle. They did lend their entire backup rig to the Tomorrowland Festival because their rig shit the bed and they had no sound and they were going to cancel the festival and jip people out of thousands of dollars. And Metallica was like, rent ours. And they did.
Did it catch fire? I feel like there was like a big fire that wiped out the stage or something.
Happened. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So Metallica lent their entire staging, sound gear, everything, lights.
Could you imagine playing through Metallica's gear? What that must feel like? That'd be crazy.
Probably the people at that festival don't care. Honestly, probably don't know one Metallica song.
They should care.
They should, but they don't. Other Metallica news. So if Metallica plays the Sphere, and I picked Don's brain about what his experience was like at the Sphere, and a friend of mine just went to see NSYNC at the Sphere with his kid, so I think that's interesting. I'll get a report from him as well. I would expect it to be like $300 a ticket all in.
Completely $300, yes. But the thing about this is, I have never wanted to any of the shows at the Sphere that I've heard of. I didn't care. It's like, we were talking about seeing the Eagles at the Sphere this year, and it's like, what are the Eagles going to do there? They're just going to play their Eagles show, and I'll see their ugly old Eagle faces on the screen. Metallica, my God, Metallica show at the Sphere is going to be the greatest thing in the world. Kiss fans like to think that Kiss is the alpha and the omega and the of the stage show, and it's not even close to what Metallica does.
No,
it's not even close to what Metallica did 30 years ago.
No. I will say though, I was telling Keefy this earlier or yesterday, is that Lizzie and I have seen, 7 shows, 7 Dead and Company shows at the Sphere. And I know your feelings about the Dead, but put that aside because I'm talking more about the visual of the show, is that if it's done right, the band will work with a really incredible collaborative visual arts company to create visuals that will tie in to aspects of songs and different moods and everything like that. And it is literally one of the most incredible things you will ever see, because it's the rare occasion where you want to be as far away from the stage as possible in order to get that immersive experience.
That's how it was when I saw Metallica at Busch Stadium on the Hardwired tour.
Mm-hmm.
They had a giant screen behind them and on either side of them, and it had the M and the A. I didn't think the stage show for I didn't think the stage show for 72 Seasons was nearly as good in terms of a stage show. However, the concert was much better.
Yeah. But the production value is there, and I can totally see Metallica being the kind of band that they are, is that they're going to be thoughtful enough that they're going to be the band that sets
they're going to be the band that sets the standard at the Sphere.
So
they haven't had a super visual band there yet.
They just did. Dead and Company was the super visual band they had. I'll send you a couple of videos you can watch without the music on.
Do you mean Pot?
I saw the video. I saw the video, Don. It was okay. Yeah. I don't think it was mind blowing if the music is lame. Like,
okay, it would be like, this is going to be like David Gilmour or Pink Floyd playing the Sphere. Yes. That level of stage production.
It's a different level, of immersiveness. And of course, when you're kind of catering to an audience full of people who are stoned and eating mushrooms and LSD, it's going to be a completely different thing.
You're going to have like that spit thing that goes in and out like the Doors used to do.
But the other thing too is that the sound in that place, it's got a full 360 PA system, and it's also got subwoofers under every like fifth seat in every third row. And so if you are in a certain area, when that bass just rumbles, like you will feel it in your core.
Okay, if I'm sitting... If I'm sitting in one of those seats during one, I'm going to flat out fuck the seat.
Oh, dude, I
might shit my pants. I don't know.
Dude, I was fucking everybody.
It's not as tight as it used to be.
I am going to hope that I haven't drunk too much to be hard. And when that bridge verse, that my dick is going to be out and fucking a seat. Just.
Well, you better pack it in tight, man, because they're going to hit that brown note and you're done, man.
And I'm going to hope it's during the encore.
Just bring some. Just
what's the nearest hotel to the Sphere? Book there. Nick's going to do the pee-pee dance all the way across.
Just fucking stay at the Sphere, man. Just be like, I'm not leaving.
I'm going to claim it. I am going to claim it, and I'm going to mark it with fluid.
I guess so. It's funny that you mentioned Pink Floyd, Don, because there was.
Hang on, did we mention residency or did we just say playing?
Residency.
Okay,
it's gonna be it would be a residency at the least, from what I understand. Bands are signing anywhere from I think it was 4 to 6 weekend contracts.
I would
on a yearly basis for 3 years or something like that is what I've heard.
Seeing what Metallica's doing now, I would see them doing 2 months in a row, just there.
Every Friday and Sunday, or Friday.
Yeah, every Friday and Sunday for summer or fall.
So the
summer is booked next year for them for Europe. So we're talking fall.
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying that they would do that for okay, this season of the year we're going to be doing the Sphere we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to move anything. And
no, it'll be a stationary thing.
What if
they will alternate?
I'm saying they'll do it longer because they're old. They like playing, but they don't like moving. And they only, James said 10 years ago he only was play 50 shows a year now, and right now they're playing about 40. And if you could do, say, 12 weeks, 24 shows in one city, and sell out, most nights, yeah. I expect them to do a longer residency than most people.
We'll see.
So Dead Code did 30 shows, and what they do is that they stagger them. They do Friday, Saturday, Sundays one weekend, then they do Thursday, Friday, Saturday another weekend, because they alternate so that they can have this it's like a weekly kind of presentation that they do, you know, so they have to stagger it in between.
I could see Metallica doing like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
It would be harder for them to do 3 nights in a row, and I could totally see them. And actually, what I heard is really cool, and it hasn't been confirmed, but that the stage actually drops, like with all the gear and everything on it, so that it's actually below the floor, so that they can put like pallets and stuff over it. You don't even see it, and then when the shows come back, the stage just comes back up with all the shit already set up. They don't fuck around. And by the way, those shows run like clockwork. Like if they say it starts at 8:00, 7:58, the house lights go out. So like you'll get a good solid, you know, I want to hit this Metallica show.
I'm already setting the seeds for Lawyer Wife because we want to go back. We haven't been back to Vegas. We're not going to make it this year, I don't think. But hopefully to get there once or twice next year.
Wait, is this going to be a GMP field trip?
It
Could be.
Oh.
Nick's gonna have to be nicer in person than he is on this podcast, though. I don't think I can do it if you're not.
Look out, Vegas.
So,
I have a sad.
You should. One other Metallica news before Pink Floyd stuff. Metallica was extensively featured in the trailer for season 3 of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead, coming to Comedy Central September 3rd, with For Whom the Bell Tolls, with an animated Metallica playing. Hilarious.
I love that. Love that.
And they're
hopefully we'll have Stewart's dad. These boys from Metallica can really rock.
I don't think Stewart has been back since they've come back.
I haven't seen it. I don't have that channel.
Are we going to bring back Butthead's dad, who was a roadie for Motley Crue?
It's all on Paramount Plus. So
yeah, I don't have that.
You didn't score, I scored. That's right, I remember now. So so also Pink Floyd news. This just came over the wire, just came over my email. September 17th, 2025, my birthday. Happy birthday to me, David Gilmour, live at the Circus Maximus Rome in cinemas and IMAX worldwide.
Yes, indeed.
So doubling and tripling down on the banner year Pink Floyd has had.
So we're gonna get a record.
We're gonna get a David Gilmour live record. I'm assuming around the same time.
It's going to be it's supposed to be a 4 albums, a 4 record set, which is going to be the same layout format as Roger's one that's just about to come out.
Yeah, it's coming out next week.
For the This Is Not a Drill.
Pre-order the live album, Blu-ray, and DVD now. So those looking for a birthday present for me
and me,
you know what to do.
And when's your birthday, Keefy?
On September 17th, the day this comes out.
Oh, September 5th, baby.
Yeah, I know, Virgos. That's why we like each other.
Yeah, Virgo.
Lawyer Wife's also a Virgo.
We already like her.
Makes a lot of sense. And my girlfriend's dead. So
Keefy's in love. It's so adorable.
It is adorable. And
I am so happy for Keefy, man.
Yeah, I'm happy for me too.
I'm happy for Keefy.
When you take out the trash, cream rises to the top or something.
Were you doing a wrestling promo there?
I wasn't. I had one other. No, we're not talking about fucking Hulk Hogan or wrestling on this show, okay? Fuck him.
Not Hulk Hogan, but we can talk about other wrestlers.
Chuck Mangione died. That was very sad.
Yeah.
I honored him by watching King of the Hill that day.
Yeah, I saw him in concert when I was a kid. So like
I said, we have seen everyone between us.
Did you really? Did he do the instrumental version of Feel So Good, or did he have the singer?
It was all instrumental. It was him and his brother Gaspard Gap. So it's the Gap and Chuck band. And they just play like for 3 hours of jazz improv and standards.
I only recently learned that he played the flugelhorn.
That is right.
I assume he just played like some weird ass trumpet, but nope.
No, he's not Charlie. He's not Dizzy Gillespie with the broken trumpet that he just learned how to play badly, correctly, like incorrectly but geniusly.
Like Buddy Guy and the guitar.
Yeah, the flugelhorn is a mix of a trumpet and a cornet, so it has a larger bell for a deeper resonant baritone that does not. It's sort of in between, like the alto, contralto notes of a trumpet with the bass of a baritone sax, like Jerry Mulligan would play if you know your jazz guys. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm into it.
Don't.
I love that because you know Professor Longhair from New Orleans back in the day, he learned how to play piano on a piano that only had 12 working keys.
Did you say piano?
Piano.
St.
That
Louis.
new.
St. Louis.
When Buddy, don't say St. Louis. Buddy, no. Listen to me.
When I
Hear
saw
me
you
now.
coming out of St. Louis that day.
Hear me now, believe me later. There ain't no such fucking thing as St. Louis.
There's now.
But playing with Louis Dog is the only way I stay sane.
It's St.
Love
Oh,
is what
nice
I
drop,
got.
man.
It's St. Louis or Saint Louis. We ain't doing this fucked up Missouri pawpaw French bastardization. Thank you, Judy fucking Garland. And now I have to hear every rock star, every comedian that I love.
St. Louis!
Yeah. Or in Gene Simmons' case, hello, Kansas City!
Dick.
Look at all the people here tonight.
No, he just thought he was still in Kansas City because he's
Let's
an
have a
idiot.
rock and roll party tonight.
So it's St. Louis or Saint Louis. You go full English or full French. None of this Fringlish.
Fringlish, nice word. I had one other news thing and I can't remember it. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's move on.
New shirt check. Voltron.
Do.
St. Louis original, not St. Louis original.
I thought you were Japanese original.
No, Go Lion is Japanese.
Oh, Go Lion. That's right.
Voltron is not a translation of Go Lion. It is a St. Louis reimagining because they decided, oh, we can make up a story to go along with this, and that's what they did. And
well, wait, which Voltron is it? Is it the Lions or the Cars?
It's Voltron.
Yeah, but there were two versions of Voltron. There was
the second
Lions,
Voltron is
the
car
Cars.
Voltron. There's Voltron Just.
Okay.
And then there's the car Voltron.
Okay, good.
Everybody
good.
qualifies the cars.
Which came first, Voltron or G-Force?
G-Force.
G-Force.
I love G-Force so much. It's
G-Force
unnatural.
wasn't G-Force
Battle of the Planets, technically.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm confused. I was thinking Robotech. No,
yeah,
but
G-Force is the
no,
team
Robotech
Battle
was
of the
Mac
Planets.
Ross.
Yes.
Sorry. There's so many of those like early anime that they brought over. They changed the name.
Yeah.
Like Voltron was Go Lion, and because I haven't ever seen the I've never seen it written in Japanese. I don't know if it means like go, like yeah, hey ho, let's go, or five. Because go is five. But I've never seen it. If I see it written, I would know. In fact, you go ahead and talk, Don.
He's gonna look it up now.
So I got the Lizzo Ozzy mashup. Since my Ozzy shirt wouldn't fit, I made sure I dug out my Lizzo shirt.
Is that still
Ozzy
Klaus from Ugly Kid Joe?
Yeah.
It's go like go.
Mock and roll tease.
Mock and roll. I still need to talk to that guy.
Do you? Well, let me know. I can.
You can make that happen for me. We'll talk.
I'll make it happen, dude. But
it's go go. It's go like go, not five.
Okay. My shirt is Hades, resisting success. Looks like a dollar bill, like the Illuminati shirt. But Hades, the New Jersey thrash metal band from the 80s and early 90s. Dan Lorenzo has a bunch of other bands, including his new project with Johnny Kelly of Typo Negative, Quiet Riot, Danzig, and a bunch of other things. I Am, Sun Don't Shine, whatever that is. Patriarchs in Black, new album coming soon. So, or out now. I did remember, of all the things to forget, we launched a giveaway, and we didn't talk about it.
Huzzah!
We launched a giveaway. Everybody go to the pin post on ghostcultmag.com. Go to your socials. Go to all the things. I'll make a social post tonight about this.
I need to learn how I'm giving these away.
All they have to do is go to the link. I sent you the link.
I know you did, but I didn't read it because I was busy. And then my air conditioning went out. Everybody be nice to Nick.
So
is there gonna be a link for it on the description?
Yeah, of course. It'll be in the description here. The way to win the giveaway of Nick's bundles of either vinyl or CDs chosen at random, which means anyone can win. You simply need to fill out the form. We have partnered with a contest giveaway company. The idea is that you will follow us and stay following. You need to continue to be following through the contest giveaway. You cannot unfollow and then still win. You have to stay following
with this
us.
Amazing content. Why would you even unfollow?
I agree, but the idea
to
is
that guy that did.
So you have 4 mandatory things to follow to win. Glacially Musical on Spotify, Glacially Musical on YouTube, Glacially Musical on Instagram, Glacially Musical on Blue Sky.
I thought you were going to say Sewer Slide.
No, then you have 9 other bonus entries, more chances to win by following a bunch of Dons in my channels. So I think that's a pretty good deal for anybody. Anyone can win. You have about 17 days before the next Ghost Cult thing that happens. And, I think it's pretty cool to win something curated by Nick because he's got great taste in music. I will say.
Tell you, there is going to be minimum of Johnny Cash live at San Quentin.
Fair enough. Don't spoil the surprise, though.
Can I register?
You can't. You're part of the giveaway. Your content is part of the giveaway. You can't register.
Yeah, and you owe me 20 pounds.
Nobody related to ghostcultman.com or these other channels, Talking to Talk with Don South, Seas of Heaven, Glacially, Ghost Cult. You can't win, but anyone else can win.
You can still win at life, though.
Well, if you're not listening to this podcast, you've lost at life already.
Can I make a joke that goes back to 3 topics ago because I didn't have an in?
Sure.
What was the name of that guy in that band you mentioned? Was it Lorenzo? Was he rolling in the benzo?
Dan Lorenzo.
Me and Lorenzo riding in a benzo. I have to tell you something, Lizzie. I wish I could secretly record her because my wife, when we're in the car, she drops that song like word for word and sings the most vilely, like just obnoxious digital underground songs. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch.
Does she have it on vinyl though?
She doesn't have anything on vinyl. She has one record in my entire collection, and it's the Frog Prince.
Even my wife has records. My wife has some really shitty records, but
she doesn't have records. She just listens to everything online. But
all righty. So. Shall we meet this shiz up?
Yes, let's do this.
Let's talk about 1980. What?
Well, 1981, but yeah, 1980. Go ahead.
Well, was it released in 81? No. Let's talk about 1980 anyway. 1980 is the end of the original Black Sabbath. After the Never Say Die, the ironically named Never Say Die, that tour, Ozzy Osbourne is kicked to the curb. Who fired him, Don?
Bill Ward.
Correct. Why did Bill Ward do it?
Because he was Ozzy's best friend and the other guys wouldn't own up to it. And he was also the most fucked up at the time.
No, because Tony Iommi is a bitch.
Well, that translates. Yeah. I mean,
who told Glenn Hughes they were fired? Was it Tony Iommi?
No,
it was not. It was Eric Singer.
I was about to say, was it? I thought it was going to be Dave the Beast Spitz or something.
That would be even better.
That'd be even better to get fired by Dave Spitz.
By the one nobody in the group. In fact, Ian Gillan was never informed by Tony that he was fired. So yeah, Tony will get rid of you, but he will not pull a Steve Harris. He's going to send the drummer. If you're like hanging out at the bar by yourself, you sing for Black Sabbath, and the drummer shows up, run.
So even in the lowest moment of his entire life, Dave Mustaine was treated better than anybody that was kicked out of Black Sabbath, kicked out of Metallica.
Yeah, at least Metallica fired him.
At least they bought him a bus ticket.
When's my plane leave? When does my plane leave?
About that.
I don't even honestly again. Don has been to New York. Nick has maybe been to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they were in Queens, where that baloney on hand recording place is, rehearsal studio is.
The music building.
It's not the music business. It's not 45 minutes to Midtown from there in the middle of the night with no traffic. Anyway.
How far away is it?
It's far. It's an hour solid. I don't know how they made it. They barely made it, probably.
Holy crap.
And then he had however many a week on the bus.
4 days. Actually, no, you have 4 days on a Greyhound bus to think about this.
That's not counting layovers and stuff, though. I'm sure he had
Oh, I'd like to think he was just one bus.
Yeah, but if they had the mega bus at the time, at least he'd have Wi-Fi.
$1. It would only cost $1 too.
$1.
Anyway, so yes, Dave Mustaine at the lowest point of his Metallica career was treated better than Glenn Hughes while high on cocaine being fired by Eric Singer. So what does, thank you, Keefy, you set that one up perfectly. So what does Ozzy Osbourne do once he's fired? Does he go back to England? He does
More
not.
drugs.
He checks into Hotel California in Los Angeles, I presume, and starts getting high and higher and higher. And somebody brought him some money to hold. I don't know who thought that through. I would like to have been in the meeting where that one. Yes, we've got to go send Ozzy this $4,000, and it's going to be picked up by another gentleman on the next day. I'm sure it'll be perfectly safe, and nothing will happen to it, and all $4,000 will not even be looked at. I'm sure that's exactly how it happened and what they thought.
Oh yeah.
What does Ozzy do with this money brought to him?
Buys a shit ton of blow and booze,
and then what does he do? He smells he smells the blow and drinks the booze. And then, as fate would have it, the scion of Don Arden shows up. And what does Sharon Arden ask for? That money. Which Ozzy does not have. Sharon, I lost it. You know. And so there we go. And somehow Sharon sees this blubbering mess of a human and goes, you know what I could do? You know what I could do with this crazy fool?
I could marry him.
I could either listen to preachers, or I could listen to fools, or I can listen to this dropout who makes his own rules. Crazy. But
well done.
But that's how it goes. So somehow she sees in this man a future, a life. And yes, she marries the man, bears him children, and makes him the biggest metal star on the planet. He is the warning tale for everyone that goes solo. Because you're not going to be Ozzy Osbourne, Dave Mustaine. No, Ace Frehley, you're not going to be as popular as Ozzy. We're just going to want to hear you play Kiss songs 30 years after you left the band. Which is all Ace Frehley's playing at this point in time, is just Kiss tunes on his and Rock Soldiers, of course. Ozzy is the one dude that did it. And like Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, from this blubbering, gelatinous mess of drugs and stuttering, transcends a genre. He gets out of the metal genre and he just becomes Ozzy. And Sharon saw this from this dude that stole their money and snorted it. What do you guys think?
It's one of those weird, like almost like an iconic story. It's like a very legendary story that we've heard in other artists, is that somebody looks at someone else and says, like, they see the diamond in the rough, so to speak, And I think that she kind of saw the intense performer, the intense personality that he was in Black Sabbath, and then kind of saw him.
It was like in Rockstar.
Yeah.
You go where the talent is, and it just walked out that door.
And she caught him at a time where he was kind of defeated and everything. And I'm sure at some point and deflated, that she was like, you know what, though? Like, if you could be that guy that you were in Sabbath on your own and be the name, like, you can fucking just, she saw something in him. And ironically, what I thought was really,
he wasn't that guy in Sabbath solo. He was different.
Well, I mean, but if you look at some of that, I mean, I don't know. I beg to differ, because if you watch some of that 70 footage, like 1970,
I'm talking about the vocal deliveries.
Oh,
It wasn't depression and demons in this. It was a little sadness, a little reflectiveness, of course, but it wasn't the melancholy. It was, let's get up and party.
Well, it was
Way
Bob
more.
Daisley, but
Well,
that's
yeah.
another story.
But Ozzy was able to become that.
Mm-hmm. But he still kind of embodied the same like aura, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I always thought that was really interesting too. But the other thing I thought was really interesting too was that he did not want to use his name. He wanted to. The band was supposed to be called Blizzard of Oz.
You know what?
And they even had T-shirts that had.
That's a tale as old as time. The Vinnie Vincent Invasion wasn't. It was supposed to be the Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Fraley's Comet. Man, a lot of Kiss dudes did this, but it's that thing. But you have to. I'm sorry. When you leave a famous band, you have to trade on your name, and it's way cooler to be Ozzy Osbourne, formerly of Black Sabbath, rather than Blizzard of Oz, featuring former members of Black Sabbath.
Well, I mean, because that's the only way you're actually gonna. I mean,
why would anybody care?
It's a business, right?
Right.
I mean,
one of the things I've said many, many, many times in my life is if you talk about ride or die fans. Now, granted, back in 1980, we didn't have a fan count on Facebook like we do now, but your ride or die fans are only 20%. And ride or die, and if you want to talk about like 100% fans, you're only looking at 2%. Because like Sebastian Bach said once, I've got 1 million Facebook followers here, and I just put out a new album and it sold 10,000 copies. If 1 out of every 10 of you bought this new record, it'd be 100,000 copies.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you people? I mean, I'm not even a big Sebastian Bach fan, and I bought the last one. Great record, by the way. Keefy, you got any thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting to think back on this time when Ozzy is kicked out after his previous attempt at quitting. And I think it's super interesting that, like, the arc of both bands, right? So Black Sabbath pays Ozzy whatever $96,000 for his share of the name, which Sharon ends up taking back years later with Tony, and
more,
and Ozzy, drinks and snorts that money away. And Don Arden, Sharon definitely endorsed Ozzy. Like, I still think he's got talent. It's just, they're all fucked up. Don gets him signed that deal to Jet Records for nothing. And, obviously Sabbath is now trying to, make a new thing with Ronnie. And they kind of beat Ozzy to the punch. And nobody had any expectations for Ozzy. That's the thing. Like, okay, for Black Sabbath to reunite with a new singer, especially someone of Dio's caliber, clean up a little bit and actually put out Heaven and Hell, right? Like, that should have been like, oh, it's fucking over for Ozzy. Like, that's it. Now, that record did not do commercially great, but we acknowledge it's a great record. Previous podcast subject, Heaven and Hell.
In my humble opinion, Heaven and Hell is the best Black Sabbath record after Master of Reality.
Sure. Anyway,
inarguably.
I agree. I actually agree.
We don't really know in the background. Ozzy is first, as Nick pointed out, stays in LA, works with Gary Moore, begs Gary Moore to join his band. He's like, no, but you can use my guys when you have to audition people. Then they relocate to, once he chooses Randy, they relocate to Wales, probably for tax reasons. Mono Valley Studio in Monmouth, Wales. Randy and Bob Daisley. Lee wasn't in yet on the drums. This is 79, and they're writing what becomes Blizzard of Oz. And, if you're Black Sabbath, you have to do more of Black Sabbath to be Black Sabbath, right? We have to do something Black Sabbath adjacent to still be Black Sabbath. They weren't going to make a radical turn. It's still dirgy riff-based metal now with a more competent singer who could sing, as Iommi puts it, across riffs instead of just along with them, right?
Just more, it was Black Sabbath, just more grandiose.
Sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of this.
Lots of that. And lots of little flowery dancing and twisting like he was Jethro Tull without a fucking belt.
It was mystical. It went from like
Did
being
you just
evil
say fucking
to mystical.
Dumb? I said fucking bell bottoms.
Oh.
I do not talk when I'm talking, and you would hear what I say.
Satin bell bottoms.
Both you schmucks. Anyway, I think it's super interesting that like so Black Sabbath comes out with their record in the spring. We don't hear an Ozzy single till the summer. But what a single that single is, right? And that's Crazy Train. Holy fuck. And he still didn't have a hit single. But I completely outshined and overtook Black Sabbath. Like he dwarfs what they did.
Completely.
It's not even fucking debatable. I know that Paranoid is like a billion stream song, and Ozzy doesn't quite have one yet, but he will. Beside Crazy Train, but
Ozzy came into the solo career success in a time when artists became icons and visual things. Whereas Black Sabbath, even though I love Heaven and Hell more than Blizzard of Oz, I like Mob Rules more than Diary of a Madman. It's close.
neither for me. Just absolutely not.
That's fair. I prefer Tony to Randy. I just personal preference.
Well, we're
But
gonna
here's the
talk about
thing.
it.
This will surface in the meat as we go.
Yeah,
But here's the
this
thing.
is-
Black Sabbath falls off the map after Heaven and Hell. I mean, Mob Rules didn't even make a dent. There's no videos from that. Have they made some good videos?
Well, they were
Have
not
had some
good,
good-
despite Dio's like showmanship. They were not a good band. They somehow Black Sabbath never had a good music video. That's a crime. Maybe in,
TV
like,
Crimes is a good one.
No, I wouldn't say it was a good one.
Maybe I'm just nostalgic because I saw it on the world premiere.
Good for you.
The dude had a cool Black Sabbath shirt in that video, though,
Okay,
and a limp.
so let's take it back to 81. We have done the 81 before in the Iron Maiden and Metallica series, I think.
Mm.
Or Maiden.
We didn't do that then.
We didn't do it back then? All right.
We didn't do that then. So let's do that.
So, as this is always supposed to be, the purpose of this exercise is to understand what was happening around this album when it came out.
Context.
Some of these were released after, some before. Some of these are classics. Some of them are not. Just yay or nay. Do you love it? Do
Yay
you
or
not
nay.
love it? Do you have it? I don't need an explanation from
Yay,
you.
have, nay, moving on.
Denim and Leather by Saxon.
Nay,
Yay.
Welcome to Hell, Venom.
nay,
Nay.
Fire Down Below, Riot V.
nay.
Nay. What the
Too
fuck is
Fast
that?
for Love, Motley Crue.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Nay. Spellbound, fuck nay. Spellbound by Tigers of Pantang.
Nay.
No.
They were Tigers of Poontang for me in junior high school, and they will always be Tigers of Poontang.
They were that for me too. And
Okay, Ralph Cramden, let's move on.
Nay.
Killers by Iron Maiden.
Nay.
Yay.
Yay.
What's wrong with you, nay?
Yay.
A
What's wrong with you,
lot's
Nick?
wrong with me. I got
lot.
no AC.
Rock Until You Drop by Raven.
Nay.
Underrated.
Nay.
It is not.
Underrated. My favorite
mad.
My favorite Van Halen record, Fair Warning.
Yay.
Nay.
Fire of Unknown Origin, Blue Oyster Cult.
Nay, but great title.
Nay.
Many bands have had this title for their band, but Time Tells No Lies by Praying Mantis. That's the new Wabum band.
Nay.
Nay.
Horrendous fucking artwork. Breaker by Accept.
Nay.
Nay.
Hell no.
record. First
That's
one
a
they
great
did-
album, though.
First one they did with Michael Wagoner. Earthshaker by Yesterday and Today, aka Y&T.
No.
Nay. Was that when they were actually still Yesterday and Today?
Y&T. It might be the
Okay.
first Y&T album.
Oh, okay. All right.
Perennially underrated Allied Forces by Triumph.
Nay.
Nay.
One of my favorite records of all time, Hit and Run by Girl School. Yay.
Nay.
Nay. But I love that record.
Point of Entry, Judas Priest.
Great record, but nay.
One crazy eye contact, but nay.
Yes. Let's go with that. My favorite Rush album this year, Moving Pictures by Rush.
Hell yay.
Probably my favorite.
Hell
Rush
yay.
album. Yeah.
Yay, yay, yay.
Shock Tactics by Samson, the last album Samson has with Dickinson before he leaves for Maiden.
Nay, I have a different one.
Is that the one with Vice Versa?
It probably is.
Vice Versa.
Doesn't matter.
No! Sleep till Hammersmith, Motorhead.
Nay.
Nay.
But interesting that Motorhead, Maiden, Priest all have records this year.
But isn't that a live one?
It is indeed.
Yes, that's the light. That's the one with the big bomber light.
That is the live album.
Lighting truss.
The ninth album, somehow by UFO, Eddie Trunk's favorite band, The Wild, The Willing, and The Innocent.
Nay.
Nay.
The classic heavy metal record, Frost and Fire by Sirith Ungol, former Czech by me on the podcast.
Nay.
Oh, I hate this fucking band that I loved before. Anvil, Hard and Heavy. Just fuck right off.
Nay.
No.
It is their debut album, but I fucking hate them so much now.
Who's that band that makes all those records we joke about?
That band. I wish. Oh, Paradise Lost. They don't have a record this year. I wish that Anvil, that documentary, had not happened for them because their behavior since then has been deplorable. Anyway, Whitesnake, Come and Get It. Terrible.
Nay.
That is not a good album. Not a good album by Whitesnake.
Do they have any good albums?
Yes, the Birthday Eve. How could you say that? The Birthday Eve, the debut album by Loudness.
Nay, I would say that about Queen too.
Nay.
Anyway, Future Shock by Gillen. No.
Nay. Yes, I do have that one.
Nay.
All right. Hardware by Crocus.
Nay.
Yes.
My favorite thing about Crocus is when Butthead calls Anthony Kiedis Anthony Crocus. That's the best thing ever.
when Beavis says, "Here comes Crocus to kick your ass."
That's right. Mike MSG, the second album by Michael Schechner Group.
Nope.
Nay.
Difficult to Cure by Rainbow.
No.
Oh no, that's a bad era for them.
Joe Lynn Turner era, very bad.
Yikes.
Not good at all.
Not the Number of the Beast, but the Nature of the Beast by April Wine.
No.
Nay.
St. Louis Keishi classic band. Fuck them.
Yeah. An album that I treasure, or the reissue, is the St. Valentine's Massacre by Motorhead and Girl School, which I have and I love.
Nay.
Nay.
You should have it. Made in Japan, Iron Maiden.
Nay.
Yay.
Night of the Demon by
Original?
Demon.
No.
Yeah, I have the original. Yeah.
That's wild. The title is a pun on Deep Purple's live album Made in Japan. That's pretty fucking
Which I
funny.
love that. It's so good.
I have Last Concert in Japan.
That's fun. Music from the Elder by the band Kiss.
I have two versions of that.
Does Nick
double
fuck
yay?
that one? Does Nick fuck that as hard as Carnival of Souls or less hard?
You get that blast beat on Odyssey going, and you just get the hips going with it.
May I continue?
Yes.
Renegade by Thin Lizzy. You don't have it, but I do, and you should.
No, I don't have that one.
Nay.
Don's favorite record, Breaking the Chains by Dokken.
Oh, God, no.
Yay!
The debut studio album by Dokken.
Do have that.
Probably the first great live album I've ever heard by Rush. Exit Stage Left, fantastic.
No.
Nay.
Mean to.
Night Flight by Budgie.
No.
No.
Beyond the Valley of 1984 by the Plasmatics. Yay.
Nay.
Nay.
The Paradise Lost of 1981 is Tigers of Poontang with Crazy Nights.
Still no.
2 records in 1 year. Jesus. Who asked for this?
No
White
one.
Lace Black Leather by Helix.
Who asked for that? No.
God, who asked for anything from Helix ever?
It's their 5th album. The second
They're about
album,
to go on a prolific run.
the second solo album in the same year from Ian Gillan, Double Trouble.
No.
You will be sued by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Do you know who's on those records?
Yannick Gers.
Yeah, Panic Yannick's the guitar player.
Panic Yannick. That's when he was playing actual guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Lineup by Graham Bonnet Band.
Terrible.
No.
The self-titled debut album by The Rods,
No.
and The
No.
Mob Rules by Black Sabbath.
Wait,
Yes.
they pulled the deuce? Oh, this is 81. Sorry.
So it's on one hand, you have sort of the dawn of the British heavy metal. Not quite American thrash yet. A lot
Wait,
of it.
Donner, like
Dawn.
sunset.
DAWN. So in
Feels
it,
like more of the sunset to me.
yeah. So High and Dry, Def Leppard is this year also. So like,
Oh,
there's
God,
a
yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
And I think Ozzy get Diary out also at the same time? Just
Yeah,
about.
it's
I think it was
might
like
might be 82 actually, or like
Technically, yeah, no, he put out a second record immediately. So actually,
there was the EP.
October
No,
'81,
yeah, Diary's 81.
and then Blizzard of Blizzard of Oz is technically '80, so I did all that wrong. But anyway,
so Diary was October 81.
Okay, so whatever. Blizzard of Oz, 1980, 80, 81. You get the picture. It's a transformative time for metal. A lot of stuff is coming in. These are the peers of this. Ozzy was able to stand on his own 2 feet against Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motorhead, overshadowed his old band by a lot.
And he kicked all their asses.
He kicked all their asses with a completely new band, a completely new style.
Let's actually talk about that new band a little bit.
Let's now talk about that band.
So, who plays guitar in this band? Anybody ever heard of a guy? Anybody ever heard of the greatest Sunset Strip band that never was good? Quite right.
Nigel Tufnell.
Yeah, basically, it could have been Spinal Tap. So, just for the record, anybody who's ever seen Randy Rhoads' Polka Dot Flying V, those are not propellers on the fret markers. Those are his Quiet Riot bow ties.
The bow tie. Yeah.
Yes. Because he wore a bow tie with the vest from a tuxedo on stage. Because that's a choice. That's a choice somebody makes. Kirk Hammett takes that idea 4 years later and flips the script and wears a tuxedo shirt. Just for the record, if you're in metal, don't wear any part of a tuxedo on stage. And so Randy Rhoads is in Quiet Riot, sees a thing about auditioning for Ozzy. The auditions are held in America, I believe. And he shows up. Everybody there are playing all these amazing Hendrix riffs. They've all got their Marshall stacks with them. He brought a practice amp. He gets into the audition room and he starts tuning and warming up. And Ozzy walks up and he goes, "You got the gig." Randy never even played for him because Ozzy was so tired of hearing all the Hendrix riffs. This is around the time right before, obviously Van Halen existed. Obviously Van Halen is making waves, but this is before Van Halen hits the wider world. I think we can all agree on that, yeah? It's not until 1984 that Eddie Van Halen becomes the worldwide force that he's known as now. And Randy could do all those things. And Randy and Eddie had a rivalry that neither one of them acknowledged. Well, that Eddie didn't acknowledge. Randy Rhoads talked about in interviews later, I would play the same licks in my solo spot that Eddie Van Halen played, and it killed me every night, but I had to do it because that's what the kids wanted. You guys can really get sensitive.
There was also an kind of rumor, but I don't know how true it is, but that Randy actually had a picture of Eddie Van Halen's face on his wah pedal. So that whenever he hit the wah pedal, he was stepping on Eddie Van Halen's face.
I will tell you this much. Bernie Torme did not mention that. If you read... God, what book was that? I don't remember which book it was, but I read a book where Bernie Torme discussed how he stepped into Randy's place like a week after Randy died.
Yeah.
So he was playing, I think he might have even been playing Randy's guitars on Randy.
No, he was playing his own because he was playing Stratocasters.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he did discuss specifically playing through Randy's amps and Randy's pedals and just how ew it made him feel. And we'll get to that more in a couple weeks. So, anything else we need to talk about the background here?
That it was are we just talking like just album wise or tour wise? Because tour, it was a long fucking tour. He did 3 passes through North America.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Starting in what was it? Let me see. He did the first pass was in April of 81. Then he did another one that started in it picked up in June of 81. And then he did another one that started in August of 81 and went all the way through September.
And it should be pointed out, this is the beginning of Ozzy basically spending 4 years on the road. They would do their albums in very short order. So obviously there's Blizzard, Diary, Bark, Shot.
Yeah.
So, and it's from 82 to 86. And it's just, Amy was born on the bus. And basically she was on the bus until she went to kindergarten. Which, if you think about it, that's a pretty insane way to live. And hopefully she has no memories of any of this.
Oh, and also one more thing was that the original recording lineup actually did do the first leg of the tour, which was all the Euro shows. They were canned and then replaced by Tommy Aldridge and Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah.
For the North American run, and that was the band from then on. And yeah,
it's amazing how incestuous the Quiet Riot, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath camps were. Because basically those dudes just flipped members constantly out of those three bands. It's so strange that the Quiet Riot got involved in this.
I was going to say, like, before Lee comes in, that they had been jamming with Frankie Benali. So imagine a world where Lee never comes in from
I didn't even know that.
And Frankie Benali,
I didn't either.
And Dana Strum, who are the ones who were like, you should get this guy Randy. Randy didn't want to leave Quiet Riot. They were not getting a deal still at this point. They were the last band to get signed, actually, and the first one to have the huge hit. But, like...
Nutty.
Weird. I mean, imagine a world where, Frankie Benali is not going to get fucked. Like, he seemed business savvy, at least as far as I can tell, the whole way, even with the mistakes that Quiet Riot made at the beginning. And I know that him and, it'd be pretty interesting if he had been with Ozzy. Maybe things would be different.
They could have had 3/4 of Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
It could have been Quiet Riot fronted. They could have just kicked out Kevin DuBrow.
I mean,
could have been Quiet Riot featuring Ozzy Osbourne.
imagine Ozzy like bang your head.
No, I picture more like slick black Cadillac.
This is a guitar solo by Randy Rhoads. It's called Laughing Gas. Enjoy.
Oh, we're gonna play our #1 hit, "Love's a Bitch, 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 Bitch." God, I want this now. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back in time. Okay, if any one of us ever invents a time machine, we all agree to come to my house in the time machine in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my! That's not there.
We tried.
Time machine.
All right. Well, you know what? Okay. I guess the only time machine we're going to come up with is a bong.
I'll be right back.
All righty. I think we've pitter pattered. We good?
We good. Yeah.
All righty. Let's talk about the music, because this is all about the music, man. Not just me talking about Don's penis.
Nick's 12 octopus dicks.
It's not 12. It's only 8. That's why they call me Spider.
Okay. Anyway.
So the album starts off with I Don't Know. Abject classic. You want to talk about just an amazing riff. The rhythm section's tight. This thing just blows the shit away. 10 out of 10. Don?
Fucking 10 out of 10, man. That thing comes out blazing. That riff, like...
Best Ozzy vocal performance to date.
I wouldn't agree with that, but I will say that is probably one of the greatest album openers. I mean, hands down. It was incredible.
It's not better than the 18-minute version of Black Sabbath, unless you like a faster narrative and riffs.
Actually, yeah, I'll take that back. I also said it was one of the greatest, not the greatest.
So
touche.
Are you done, Don?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, Don. Yeah.
Are you done, Don? Dada. What can you say? I don't know. Introduces the album, introduces the whole style of the band, invents several subgenres of metal by itself. It doesn't sound. There's almost no pentatonic riffs or solos on the entire album. So that is mind-blowing in and of itself. Even Van Halen at his greatest, even with the tapping, the two-handed tapping, what real tapping is and two-handed tapping that he was known for still are rooted in pentatonic blues at its core. And like this isn't. And this is, again, his contemporaries at this time. There's a few people coming up in the scene who can do kind of interesting, cool, fun things, but they're not this. And so I Don't Know is incredible. Also, shout out to the girl I had a crush on for all of high school. Her yearbook quote was, "I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne." That was what she had for her quote.
Tell me
That's
her name was
amazing.
Sharon. Is it Sharon?
It was not Sharon. It was Francine.
Oh, Francine.
Yeah.
That sounds like what you would name your pool cue if you were a hustler.
Nope.
Nah, that
All right,
Francine
Jeffrey,
is like.
bust out Francine.
She's
No,
a
man,
cool-
Francine's the chick that did really good in math, but was
She's a-
like,
But partied on the weekends.
yeah.
Probably. She was cool. She's a cool chick. She grew up to be a cool adult. She lives she's a cool teacher in Arizona with us.
Have any of the three of us gotten past junior high mentally speaking? Because I really
Definitely not.
feel like we have.
I feel like I get close, but then I every Wednesday I just revert.
Every now and again, I think, you know what, man? Maybe I could finally get to sophomore in high school. Maybe I could finally get there.
Yeah, but when you were a sophomore in high school, you were still.
And then but then
middle
I see,
school.
but then I see the things on Facebook that they want me to like click on and buy. And nope.
Fuck that. Yeah. Yeah.
So moving on into Crazy Train. Crazy Train is probably my absolute favorite Ozzy Osbourne song. One of my favorite songs of all time. It's definitely my favorite Ozzy Osbourne video, as we discussed last week. You, Keefy, mentioned, you discussed this right just before. The riffs on this are very different than everything anybody's doing. This is, he's infusing classical music, and Yngwie Malmsteen is the dude at the tree rubbing his hands together going, I can do that too. And that's what this is. This is the beginning of a revolution where metal isn't, Tony Iommi hated being called heavy metal because that meant you were stupid. Randy Rhoads showed that metal could be extraordinarily complex and smart. And Ozzy Osbourne, again, just killed it. His vocal performances on this album are better than the entirety of Black Sabbath. Because he had people... I'm sticking with that. I'm going to say it. I'm going to live it. I'm going to live with it. Done.
Love the song. I feel like that this is probably, at least people of our generation, of our era, was probably one of the first songs we were introduced to. Even if you were coming in late, like, of course, like we talked about this. The first thing I ever heard was Bark at the Moon. And it was, that it was incredible. But my first introduction to Randy Rhoads was Crazy Train. And when you compared that to Bark at the Moon, it was like two completely different but parallel universes, like it was an amazing, I still don't think it's his best song. It's not my favorite song, but it is so iconic that when I listen to it, I can never think to myself like, oh, I got to skip this, so I'm actually going to say 9 out of 10.
Nice take. 10 out of 10. It's a perfect metal song. It's a perfect metal song. Every single thing about it. Randy, Ozzy, band is playing over their heads. Great catchy chorus and lyrics and melodies. Incredible.
It also sets the tone for heavy metal guitar solos for the next 10 years.
Indeed. Him and Van Halen.
Correct.
And maybe third would be George Lynch.
Kirk Hammett takes a lot from this era.
Later. Yeah, for sure.
Osbourne.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Satriani,
Kirk Hammett's doing this kind of stuff to even 10 years later on
Skolnick.
Justice.
All these guys later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So moving on to Goodbye to Romance. The studio version pales in comparison to the tribute version. Sorry. Great song, poor recording. Done.
It's probably, if not my favorite Ozzy song, at least in my top 3. I mean, it's beautiful. I agree. The live version, especially the tribute version, is so much more.
It's not fair to really compare anything to Tribute because Tribute is this band and this album perfect. It's how they wanted to be heard, not how
but it also shows the restraint of emotions, I think, versus the studio versus live. But I felt like Ozzy's emotions really came through on the studio album. Loved it. I say it's a 10 out of 10.
I want to say Don's cover of this song is a 10 out of 10.
Look,
I didn't
I'll
even
give
really
Don a rim job too if I get the opportunity.
Well, you didn't hear the cover then. I didn't even actually know that you were this accomplished a fingerstyle player. Anyway, can we talk about the fact that like the album is produced by Ozzy and the band, which is probably a mistake, but they have no money.
Wait, it was?
Yeah. Max Norman is the engineer, obviously later produces, these records.
Oh, be goddamned.
With later Max Norman now goes on to produce Megadeth.
I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
which, by the way, do you know who was initially supposed to do the album? Was Chris Sangreeds.
Not Mutt Lange.
Famous for Anvil.
Should have been Mutt. It should have been Mutt. It should have been
Mutt Lange.
I know. I just had to drop the.
Actually,
Anvil.
I think they wanted Martin Birch, and they Black Sabbath shot that down. They're like, you can't work with Ozzy if you're going to work with us again. So
yeah.
Whoops, made the wrong choice, sir.
Well, I don't agree with that.
I mean, he ended up getting Iron Maiden, so I think he might be okay.
I'm going to give you a controversial and rare hot take from me. I think Goodbye to Romance is 1:36 too long. I don't need the Lord of the Rings ending for this.
That is my least favorite part about that.
I don't need bow, 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 wah, wah. I don't need that.
I'm Gandalf, bitch.
I think it's actually borrowed from the Eroica Symphony. I think that theme is from something I've heard before this. But I love the song. I love the song. And we also see that Ozzy is capable of doing stuff he never got to do in Black Sabbath, because this is nothing like a Black Sabbath song. It's not even like Changes. Changes like a doleful piano.
This way better.
Torch song. This is so much better. And I love Changes, and I love Ozzy's sad, sappy Ozzy. And I mean, maybe to his detriment, he tries to redo a Goodbye to Romance on every fucking record. I just want you. See you on the other side. I
just want you. I mean, the lyrics are stupid.
No.
Hey, he should have married Lennon's daughter. Which Lennon did he mean?
Vladimir. Go ahead, Nick.
What?
I just wanted to see what you would say. By the way, last night, my friend, my favorite bartender in San Francisco, bartends where I participate in karaoke on Monday nights, not the one I host on Sunday. So his stage name is Panama. He did Wet Ass Pussy last night, by the way, with a full split.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
We're just going to get so never monetized.
Well, hold on. We're never going to be monetized, whatever. So hold on a second. He does Wet Ass Pussy. And I said, is Panama coming to the stage to sing Panama by Van Halen? And the host just leans in and goes, no, it's not.
He should. I mean, if what he should do is he should be Panama, self-titled album, Panama, featuring the song Panama. If you can do the triple, you should do the triple. D, din, 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 I am Randy Rhoads playing the acoustic, and it's only 50 seconds, and I don't remember the studio version. Only the tribute version where he goes, that's a jet. Can I just do two and hear them both? Can I just do two?
And then he goes, I fucking up.
He's definitely fucking drunk in this thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't need this. Can we just move on? Do we need to talk about this more?
No, I would have much rather hear one of the one song that got cut, which we'll talk about.
The thing about
did
this
Little Guitars come out before this? Does anybody know offhand?
Yeah.
So that's why. Why.
Well, and this stupid song makes Vinnie Vincent do I'm Pretty Shot 5 years later.
Yeah,
which was this same song except for 48 minutes.
It is brilliant. Like, okay, it's a sketch. It is,
but I don't need it.
It didn't belong on the record. It's a sketch of a song. It's not finished. And it's about his mom, who is the reason he plays guitar and the reason he became a master musician.
Who was a beautiful human being.
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck.
It doesn't
It's just
suck.
not necessary.
It's a thumb that only it's a
The
squirrel.
broken thumb.
It's a red squirrel. It pops up, you see his red head and it's gone, and you're like, wow, this next song is called Suicide Solution, and it's great.
Oh, real quick, also, if you want to talk about the influence, especially of this song, is that if you go listen to the full studio version of the Tesla song Love Song, it has an extended acoustic intro that was completely inspired by Randy Rhoads.
I'm sorry, Little Guitars had not come out yet.
It
was the next season.
Well, that had to hurt Eddie.
It was on Diver Down. What else is on Diver Down?
We'll get to that sometime.
Not a whole lot.
I'm kind
Previous Van Halen podcast subject, but again, I'm open to redoing.
No, it isn't. We didn't do Van Halen.
We didn't do Van Halen before.
No.
Oh, we should drop some Van Halen, dude.
Maybe.
Stop at Hagar, though.
No way.
Yeah, okay, there's nothing else on this album. Wow.
Yeah. This is one of the rush job shitty ones.
They must have done it in not even a weekend, but like a Saturday afternoon.
It was 3 days.
It's like they played 3/4 of the shit they played at the Whiskey A Go-Go when they didn't have a contract.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second and mention
ahead.
that Michael Anthony's official Facebook page is called Mad Anthony, the bass player? Does anybody know why?
That's stupid.
No one has ever called him Mad Anthony.
Is he not? I mean, is he angry? He doesn't seem angry. He seems like really
he's
happy.
Smiling, sweet guy. I don't know what the fuck.
He's like chubby. He's got a bass.
Is there
and he's
another
like,
Michael Anthony that's more famous than him? That's why.
Well, did you guys not see his bass solo on the 5150 Live Without a Net?
No, because fuck Sammy Hagar.
Is that
when? I fucking hate Sammy Hagar.
Fuck you both. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck each other. Go fuck.
Hagar. Dude, I'm gonna come all over Sammy Hagar album and mail it to you.
After I finish on Nick's back is better than anything Sammy Hagar has ever done.
No, you two fuck each other while I listen to 5150.
No, you go fuck yourself.
Well, you're pretty much fucking yourself while
the
you
record of 5150.
I have an
5150 is the only album that could fuck you.
You can punch out the label with your mushroom stamp head and then just fucking fuck that thing, okay? I don't give a fuck.
That record fucks.
It fucks itself because it sucks. That's why. Anyway.
It's got the best of both worlds. Moving on to Suicide Solution. Here we have Ozzy Osbourne writing a song where he's going to get sued because people like to sue. This is about Bon Scott and Jason Bonham and alcohol poisoning. And that's all it is.
John Bonham, not Jason Bonham.
Did I say Jason?
Jason Bonham is very much alive.
Wait, did I say
guess
Jason?
what? Fired by Sammy Hagar because he wanted to be by his dying mother's bedside. What a cunt!
Wait, he was fired?
Fired.
Who says?
We talked about it on the show.
Sammy said.
You have a fucking.
Jason said. So, Suicide Solution, dude. Buster. I love it.
Look, I'm not saying Sammy Hagar isn't a fuckhole. He's a piece of shit. I'm never going to see him again. I saw him the one time doing like the Van Halen tunes I like. I left halfway through the show because he's doing his own shit, and I don't care about Three Lock Box or Dick in a Box or whatever other bullshit you've got.
Dick in the dirt.
55s.
Dick in a box.
I would rather he played Dick in a Box than Three Lock Box.
Maybe Don and I are going to cover Dick in a Box for his next album.
You know, he could have
put the dick in a box too. I would open the box.
I would have much rathered he had done I Just Had Sex rather than Bad Motor Scooter. But he didn't, so I said, you know what?
We don't like Akon on this show either, so fuck him.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot keep up with who sucks and who doesn't.
Well, I'm here to tell you who's. If you didn't
you remember.
If you didn't have stuff that sucks, you wouldn't know what was cool. Beavis and Butthead.
That's true.
That's not helpful, and it's going to dislodge your thing, and then your sound's going to be fucked up for the rest of the episode. Suicide Solution, done.
Fucking incredible song. I love it. It's such a monumental. I mean, to me, that was Randy Rhoads, like just fucking coming out, like
coming, very much coming.
I mean, that's Randy Rhoads looking like Robert Plant in every photo. Like,
yes, that's Randy Rhoads making us all come like Robert Plant.
But there is some debate lyrically about. So Ozzy says he wrote the song about Bon Scott and John Bonham. Bob Daisley said that he wrote it about Ozzy from the perspective of watching Ozzy completely destroy himself with booze. So there's always going to be this
Can we just say 6-1 there?
Yeah, there's always going to be this weird Daisley versus Ozzy. Like Ozzy's going to say he wrote it about this. Daisley's going to say I wrote it about this. They're both going to make sense, but we're never going to know the full truth.
You know what? In fairness, who was drunker in 1980?
Well, definitely Ozzy. Guess what? Ozzy's not going to say anything anymore. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna believe Bob then.
Yeah.
A 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Suicide Solution rules. The tribute version again is incredible and unfuckwithable. I feel like Suicide Solution is like Randy trying to out Eddie, right? Because it is the perfect mix of a song structure with little gaps between the measures where Randy is doing little ear candy shit. Go back and listen to it again. And like if you have the ability to pan left to right, like
I will listen to this tomorrow.
There you will hear incredible little earworms that he throws in there, and he doesn't do it any better than on here. I think Crazy Train has it a little, the live one. They were all kind of out, not just on drugs, but out of their heads, like playing wise.
Shall we flip the record? That is side 1.
Flip it.
Pretty damn good side.
Even with D, it's pretty much flawless.
Yeah.
The thing about D, what makes D so great is how short it is.
You know what, though? Considering there's one guitar player here, and Nick played guitar a bit, and I played guitar a bit, and I play bass, and Don plays bass, guitar, piano, whatever. I mean, if you're just a guitar nerd, D, after hearing Goodbye to Romance and Crazy Train and I Don't Know, and then you heard D on vinyl for the first time before anyone else ever heard it.
It's his fourth different suit in a row.
I can't believe this guy can also do Spanish guitar like Segovia.
Like literally, bro dropped a heart, dropped a diamond, dropped a club, and then dropped spades. Don, I did not see your ass butt crack.
Why is he getting up?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I saw his ass crack.
Flip the record and start talking about Mr. Crowley.
Flip the record. Mr. Crowley, I'm going to ask both of you right now
cowbell?
something.
Did you get up to get a cowbell?
I saw your ass crack. I'm going to ask both of you something. What in the world does polemically mean? Because he says, was it polemically sent? I want to know what you meant. I don't know what polemically is, so I don't know what he meant about what he asked about. I mean, I know nothing. Other than, here we have the birth of overneath keyboards in black metal. Thank you, Ozzy, for spawning 1,500 black metal bands doing...
Well, he also spawned 187 Paradise Lost albums too.
All right, this is Paradise Lost in a song. Don?
Apparently, according to AI, polemically sent refers to something communicated or expressed in a controversial or argumentative way. It implies a tone or a style that is intended to provoke debate and disagreement. The phrase "polemically yours" was famously used by Aleister Crowley, a controversial occultist, as his signature in his writings and also in association with his strong opinions and debates.
That's fucking stupid.
Super.
Don.
That's incredible. First of all, love Mr. Crowley, which is incredible. Although, it's actually pronounced Crowley. And so, but I always thought that was really funny that it was one of those mispronunciations.
That is pedantic.
But it's a mispronunciation that actually works in its favor. Like, I think it says, it has that, I don't know. There's something about that song. It's got like a menacing vibe to it, but it's not super menacing, but it's also very kind of like very poetic. I don't know. I love this song, 10 out of 10. And a little side note here is that Don Airey, who is keyboard for Deep Purple, and has been for 20 something years, his keyboard solo contains the intro to Mr. Crowley every night, which is incredible to hear. So, but yeah, 10 out of 10. It's a magical song. And it's one of those that if you really hone in on the lyrics, probably the best written song on the album.
What you got, Keefy?
I agree 100%. 10 of 10. This is my favorite Ozzy song still to this day. Definitely the best Daisley bass line on the whole album also. And just a beautifully composed, great song. Ozzy's absolute banger of a vocal performance. It's catchy as fuck. It's spooky and scary, which is what he was going for. So even though a lot of these keys are major, and even Goodbye to Romance, which is kind of sad and wistful, has this beautiful melody. This is some dark shit. Suicide Solution and Mr. Crowley back to back are like, wow, like the same vibe Black Sabbath had. So I dig it.
Are you surprised that Mr. Crowley wasn't covered more by metal bands?
I'm surprised that more
I don't think they
Ozzy.
can.
I'm surprised more Ozzy solo stuff wasn't covered. Period. But that's besides the point.
Are
Especially
you
now,
talking about
because,
the concert? Or just in general?
no, I mean just like Ozzy in general. I mean, I'm surprised that Metallica, Megadeth. I mean, these huge bands haven't covered this stuff. This stuff's 40 years old. You can cover it now. It's fine.
They're hard to do, as Maynard James Keenan said.
Anyway,
well, they're honing more in on the Sabbath aspect of it too.
I know. Also true. So let's move on to No Bone Movies. I think we can all agree we can do short on this one. This might be the worst song on the record. It's not terrible. It's not phenomenal. It's not filler. It's better than filler. It's not killer. It's for killer. Kefiller? It's kefiller. Done.
There are two songs that didn't make this album that one of them would have been light years better than this song. And I thought this song was this is a skipper for me. And if it's on vinyl, if I'm listening to it on vinyl, this is like my Go Take a Leak song. I'm going to have to go low and say 3 out of 10 on this one. I just don't enjoy it.
I'm not going that low. I'm going to call it 7 out of 10. It's not filler. It's not killer.
It's just okay.
But it's better than just okay.
First of all,
but did you guys hear the two songs that did not make the album?
Well, I know you look at it.
You said it all. Well, so you said it all, which was part of the on the Mr. Crowley picture disc.
Yeah, it's not good.
See, I thought that was a better song than No Bone Movies.
No, maybe.
Okay, let's finish this up.
Hold on. You looking at me is actually should have made the record and is awesome.
I forgot about
that's the one that I thought you were talking about. You said 2, and I was like 2, no 1. How many pancakes you gonna eat? 2. No Bone Movies is great just for the joke. Just so we've used it countless times.
Funny joke.
And fucking Dokken records, and so
No Bone Records.
No Bone Movies is, you know what it is for me? It's too simplistic. I don't care about the lyrics at all. I just think the song is a little too simplistic. Like they were out of ideas, and that's the last one they had. I mean, all these other things are fucking gigantic, right? So, like, of course, anything that's just all right is going to be startlingly just all right after Mr. Crowley and Suicide Solution again. Continue. Number 8.
Last thing I'll say about No Bone Movies, it's about the quality of a lot of the Sabbath stuff from like Volume 4 through Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. That's not the top tier.
And Keefy, that was actually No Bone Movies was the last song written.
Shocker.
For the album.
Let's move on into Revelation Mother Earth. Ozzy singing about amazing, wonderful things. We've got the cool keyboards. Again, the black metal guys who've stolen this ad nauseum, ad infinitum, and I wish they would stop. Krallis did this. They like played those overneath keyboards like this, and it's like, you're not doing anything I need. Stop it. Riff. And that does take away from the riffs of Randy, which is a little unfortunate, but only a little. It's an okay song. It's much better on Tribute, but Tribute is better than this, period. I got, good 8 out of 10. Good song, good record. Don?
I give this one definitely a 9 out of 10, but this is one of those songs that I feel like even us, we forget that this song even exists. But then every time I hear it, I go, why do I not think of this song more? Because it's such a and that change, that bridge, because it got is lost. Amazing.
This song is lost to Ozzy history. It does not get played after this. That's why
it doesn't get played after that. Yeah. But
not
it's a great song.
Not a concert staple.
It's a great song though, and it's one of those that, like you said, like it's always nice to be reminded about it. So whenever I hear it, I go, I should be listening to this song more. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
Same, 9 out of 10 for me. Fun fact: when I used to make mixtapes for my friends in the '80s and '90s, this was always the Ozzy song I put on because everyone knows "Crazy Train," Crowley, "Suicide Solution." I don't know, and they didn't know this song. Also, shout out to Randy Rhoads for absolutely cribbing off of Bach in the instrumental shreddy part. There's like an
Oh,
absolute Bach fugue lift right out of it that he learned from his mom or whatever. At least as we learned in the new Billy Joel documentary, which I highly recommend you all see, even you, Don. Billy Joel series next year. Um, I think, when he stole from Bach, he credited him or Beethoven, whichever one it is.
mhm.
And Randy did not got away with one here because, like we used to talk about it in music school, like, isn't that nerds? Isn't that Bach? What the fuck? But yeah, great fucking song. And a little continuation of, Hand of Doom and Children of the Grave and stuff with the Black Sabbath ecology stuff.
Let's move on into Steal Away the Night. We can go crazy at this point. Great album closer. Not the best song on the record. Pretty good. Some nice riffs. Not brilliant. It's a good closer because it's a nice high energy song. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 again.
I'm gonna follow you on the 8 out of 10. It's a great song. It's a fun song. It's one that I don't mind that's been kind of left out and forgotten within the canon. I would have much rather see Revelation, obviously, get more of the thing, but I do think it's a fun song. It's a great closer. And the tribute version is fucking fantastic. That goes into the Tommy Aldridge drum solo. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's a fun closer, but I'd say, yeah, 8 out of 10.
Same, 8 out of 10. And I think if they didn't have I Don't Know, this would have been a great album opener.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's go ahead and wrap this up like a burrito. As we all know, Ozzy was a big fan of mission-style burritos. So I made one for myself last week. Nobody believed me because I didn't have any photos. But, all in all, as a record, it's 10 out of 10. There are no bad songs. There's no filler. So to me, that becomes 10 out of 10. If nothing, there's some stuff that's not 100% killer, but it's a good record all the way through. Easily listenable all the way through. Even on CD or on digital, I wouldn't skip anything. This is an amazing coming out party for Ozzy, the solo artist. And there's nothing more I can say about this album that has not already been said. Don.
So I would probably go 9 out of 10. And the only reason I would say 9 out of 10 is because I actually found the production of the album to be a little bit thin and overly compressed. So it does make it a little hard sometimes to listen to, especially when you're kind of like, if you're like talking about Keefy, you're talking about like the mixtape, right? Or the mix albums or whatever. Like it was always such kind of like a shock to the system how small those songs sounded.
You've just described why I didn't listen to any of the Ozzy solo record, the two Randy records, why I didn't listen to the studio versions for a very long time, because Randy talked about how much he hated the production.
Well, the thing
was you should not listen to the artists when they say things like that, because they're overly critical. They're like Obi-Wan mentoring Anakin. He's overly critical. He just doesn't understand. And like Anakin and Obi-Wan, they think they're way ahead of the producers. In this case, they probably were. Let's let Keefy wrap it up and take us home.
I think it's actually your turn to take us home, but I will take us home if you insist.
No.
Someday Don will get it right, but we don't. Not yet.
He's got to be not high.
I got to give him a script.
No, I'm still working up the courage to do it.
It's not like he hasn't been here for a fucking year. It's been a year at this point.
Look, next week I'm going to do it. I'm going to fuck it so hard. It's going to have 3 children that'll just get used for the next 3 episodes. So anyway, that being said,
that is coming out of my ears.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of fucking on this show.
I agree. It's a 9 of 10.
Yeah, 8th grade dude fucking where they talk about it.
Yeah, younger me would have said 10 of 10. When this first came out, I was like, Black Sabbath doesn't have a fucking chance. Ozzy won this shit. Hands fucking down. Okay? And you know, now that I look back on it, I think if they had had a little more money and they could have had a producer, somebody over Max Norman, and Max Norman twiddled the knobs. They didn't have a lot of time to make these records. They were rushed.
Very.
It was a fluke that it was successful, but what a brilliant opening statement for Ozzy as a solo artist. What an incredible pair. Who knows what, like maybe Randy would have got tired of the shit and quit if he hadn't died and went and did a different kind of music entirely, but like
The word on the street is that he was going to.
that's what they say, but like who knows. But what an incredible debut album. And I just want to say, like, the crime that was committed by the 2002 replacement albums
Oh God,
is
Do
please
we
don't.
have
fucking
to? Do we have to?
disgrace. No, we have to. Like, I have to. It's a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
disgrace, and it better never happen. I mean, like, if Mustaine goes out there and he's like, I'm going to replace Ellison's bass with Lomenzo, someone's getting fucking shot.
That's
And
Oh,
do
yeah,
that, and that's
100%.
fine. But record the whole
no, it's
thing
not
again.
fun. No, it's
Record
not
the
fun.
whole. Record
No,
the whole
no, no, no.
The
thing
only
again.
record that needs a re-recording from Megadeth is So Far So Good So What, because the masters are shit. So anyway, great album. I'm really stoked that we're doing this Ozzy series, and
Which was set way ahead of time.
we had already
Yeah.
planned this like before Back to the Beginning that we were going to do this thing. So we're doing Ozzy, at least 2 No More Tears, maybe Osmosis. Nick will suffer, and break it
me
up with
too.
something. No, you won't.
Alrighty.
I think like some of those other, like, I think in between, see, to me, No More Tears and Osmosis are awesome, and the records, not so much. Liberace Ozzy is not my favorite Ozzy, but anyway.
I'm gonna have to I'll have to revisit that one. Oh, and real
Oh.
quick, before you were talking about the whole like the travesty of the redoing of the bass and drums on the what do you call it, on the reissue, had to do with the fact that right around that time, Daisley and Kerslake had sued Sharon and Ozzy because they weren't getting proper credits and also weren't getting points for royalties.
Do you know
They-
who played the bass on that?
Hold on.
Yeah,
They
Rob Trujillo.
Yep.
They won the lawsuit.
They won the first
And after
lawsuit,
the-
and they lost
yeah.
the second.
And when they won that first lawsuit, that was when she did this. So
Well, it's not exactly the right timeline. They sued like as early as 86 and won, but they were
Yes.
like, she was planning her fucking revenge. Fuck. Anyway, sorry.
Let's
Nick?
end this.
Take us home.
Yeah.
Please enter
Everybody.
our giveaway and win our shit. Go ahead, Nick.
Everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you every moment of every day. We appreciate everything you can do. Like,
And he fucked it up again.
Ah.
Don't touch the microphone.
I'm sorry, I bumped it. Laugh,
Don't bump
giggle.
it.
take 2.
Thank you for joining us. Enter the thing. Do the things. Don't touch Nick's microphone. Oh, shit. With that being said, this has been the Glacially Musical Podcast. It doesn't play in Peoria, and my hands are up. My hands are up.
And if it looks like a dick, Nick's touching it. That's all there's to it.
Don. This is the pickle maneuver I want.
Okay, send the pickles, man. You'll get
Hey,
the
man, that's
posts,
going to be
man.
the thumbnail this week. It's just Nick tongue bathing. his
Send the
microphone.
pickles.
Please thumbnail this.
Jesus Christ. All right. Goodbye, y'all. Rest in peace, Ozzy.